Hello and welcome back to Snowrunner. I'm MG Haggis and we're still in the mod map region of Highway Haulin the region. Now I have brought out another truck I've bought. It's an old one, it's a very good one, and it is the sibling to the Tega. This is the Tega 6455B. I decided maybe something older, something we've relied on in the past. And this is the choice I came up with. He's got a crane and he's got a low saddle. I sold a couple of trucks. I sold the vanilla Kolob, I sold the vanilla Dairy Longhorn, so we've got a little bit of cash back in the bank. And the Offroad Getaway contract is the one I thought I would have a go at. We've got the fuel trailer that we've been like hanging on to. It was parked up on the highway overpass, and then we're going into some vehicle spare parts, consumables, cellulose and oil barrels. So more of the old school type of contracts, but some of the things we haven't done yet. Now, on the map, I'm going to show you, because we are back in Manchester, just outside the garage. This is a fuel trailer right here that we have borrowed a little bit out of, and we are going up into the hills. We've not been up here before, to the Way Up Wheeling Repair Station. So this is where everything's got to go to, and everything else other than this fuel trailer seems to be through in Bennington. So not too bad. And I'm glad I've got that bridge, the wee small bridge, open now, because the vehicle spare parts are just through on the other side. So that's quite handy. Well thought out. Anyway, the other thing I did was the Voron Grad with its 6-slot trailer that I believe, I think I left it parked up at this Gushell gas company. Yes, I was up there. I got that back to the garage, or the Voron's back in the garage, but I dropped the trailer off right there because I thought, well, there's no point in getting rid of it because it's a popular trailer that I do use, and it's going to come in handy for the consumables because that's also six slots required. So let's get back in the truck, we'll pick up the same trailer, and we will head with the trailer and use the winch to attach the fuel trailer, and then we're going to head up into the hills. I will drop off the 6-slot trailer somewhere en route that we can pick it back up nice and easily. Saves us going all the way back to the trailer store to buy it. Possibly around about this point here on the map, if you can see my mouse. And then we'll head up this little bit here. That's what I think we could do. There's a few ways in. There's, what, 3 access ways in? So, we have choices. I like choices. Right, and the choice is it sunny or is it raining? We have sunshine at the moment, and he's still awake. So let's get on the move. There we go. And I've put on the usual upgrades for this guy, as I always say, I always do. But I left the exhaust for one that's underneath the chassis just to keep the fumes out of the way. We'll see if it's any good. I don't think we're going through any deep water that it would in real life cause a problem. But everything else is my usual upgrades. Biggest engine. I've only put, I think these are off-road tyres on because we're not going through any, hopefully, major mud. I could be corrected when we're going up to that Way Up repair point. But we'll worry about that in due course. Nice long chassis on this thing, so no problems with the gap with the crane and this trailer. It's been ages, absolutely ages since we've been in the 6455B. I mean, even the original Tega has not been out for a while, just because we've been spoilt for choice with some of the bigger trucks. Just nice to bring back out some of the, not forgotten, but you know, left to the wayside. There's the rain on, just like clockwork. I had a comment just in the last episode, I believe it was. I'll need to double check which one, but Remo definitely responded. Hopefully he'll find the time to go back through this region, this mod map, and see if there's anything he can do in relation to the glitch with the small and medium logs. Not sure if there's anything else he'll be looking at that you might find that we've not spotted yet. Maybe even things like that hitbox for the cross the dam, or the bit where we're trying to get that trailer out with the big airplane parts. Don't know, we'll leave it to him, it's his map. Ultimately, we are able to do plenty of things, so I'm not going to complain. Winch point. Yeah. Reel it in a bit. And from here, let's get some waypoints, I think. You're coming all the way up to this junction. I thought we would try this road. If these are seriously muddy, having never driven them yet, we do have this asphalt road in too. That might be the only option with these tires. Anyway, we're not going to worry about it too much. But that last waypoint is where I'm going to drop the trailer off, the 6-slot trailer. Right, off we go. And that reward is the trailer at the end of it, although it's kind of ours at the moment anyway. So I don't know what we'll do with it at the end. Maybe leave it up at the way up repair area, just in case we happen to pop in and want some fuel as well. Who knows? The maps are so generously laid out with the fuel stations in places that you would actually want them when you're driving past. So having trailers dotted around maps like you used to in the past doesn't seem to be a thing in this region. Right. Carry on up round the corner. No problems with power with this take. It's got a reasonably good power to weight ratio. All very good. We've got a nice variety of other things to deliver. Consumables, cellulose and oil barrel. And I'm hoping the good thing with that is we'll have different routes to go. We're not going the same one backwards and forwards all the time. Obviously the final drop-off point's the same, but pickup points are all different. Half a kilometre to the waypoint where we're dropping this trailer off, and the rain has stopped. Oh yeah, it's going to be a fine day now. What we might do is just pour a little bit of fuel out of the trailer before we drop it off. Nice and easy down here. Felt like it was just starting to slide, but put off the gas, kept it in line. Nice. Definitely do. Oh, there's a trailer starting to go. Do not want to end up down the bottom of that hill. Is this here? Yes, it is. Okay, let's park it up. Release that trailer. Continue forward traction. It's enough to get past. That's out. Thought it was too far back. The handbrake wasn't quite so good. Get used to the modded trucks with seriously good handbrakes and all axles this will be the, maybe just the rear two axles on the handbrake, I'm not sure. Okay, we've yet to go up here, this could be fun. It just drag it over the rocks. If this track stays in this sort of form, the off-road tyres I've got fitted will be absolutely perfect. But if we come across mud, just gotta try and keep it. Oh, that looks muddy. Oh no. Okay, we might be okay. There's trees. We need to use the winch. We can do. Don't need to worry about all-wheel drive and diff lock permanently on, so that's okay. One less thing for me to have to think about. You know what, the mud's not too bad here. This route could be preferential one if we're coming through from Bennington. Slow and steady, low ratio, just keep the wheels gripping the mud. Looks like it just cambers away, just like that's the kind of thing that would catch me out, especially if you've got maybe a 2-slot load bed and you're loaded up with something heavy and tall. We're starting to slow down a tad. Pushing my way through the mud. Did put the tall suspension on just in case. And that fuel trailer's a vanilla one, so it doesn't have the off-road suspension. If you're maybe buying it from the trailer store, you go for the taller suspension, so it's maybe acting a little bit like an anchor. We're getting there. I knew I'd jinx it. Rain, I didn't even notice when the rain came. I'm just so used to seeing the rain. It came back on, I didn't just spot it. There we go, there's the top. You know what, I have a funny feeling we have been up here. I just don't remember it. I don't remember what route I'd have come in at. Maybe on the asphalt side? Need to go right the way back to the scouting videos at the beginning and see what we did to get up here. It's going to be muddy all the way in. Just keep an eye on trees. There's one on the ground right in front of me. Don't want to hit it, but I need something that I might need a waypoint, a winch point from. Yeah, look, we're spinning them up. Oh no, this route might not be as good as I thought. Oh, need the winch. So maybe if we're passing a garage, it'd be wise to swap out to the mud tyres then. That was half a tank of fuel gone. Set this off to the side. Borrow some fuel first. Not too far, I'll do. Right, keep going, come on. Gonna disappear off the list, there it goes. Right, we'll park it here. before we get bogged down. Let's get on the move. That's the fix it point, but we're not damaged, so we don't need to worry about that. A lot easier without the trailer, and that's high ratio. Come on. Actually doing pretty decent without the mud tyres, and having no trailer makes all the difference. Zooming along. Now we've got damage. I don't know what I hit there. But that weather's changeable, isn't it? Sun's out, rain's off again. Another example of how good the Tegas are. They just do pretty much everything without shouting about it. Well done. I don't want to pick too much damage up, so nice and easy over the rock. Only thing with it is not the tightest turning truck. Best fitting. Right, anyway, quick check of the map. We are going to go straight ahead through that one and go for vehicle spare parts to start with. I don't think we'll be able to get anything else out of that are nearby. That's the only thing. It is what it is, though. Maybe we'll end up, just for convenience sake, bringing out another truck and trailer, depending on where the pickup points are. That is the reason why we fixed this bridge, for the convenience of this gateway. Nice. Let's go to Bennington. Right, check the map. Basically first left in and then straight back again. But what else? Have you got anything nearby? Not really. Here's the consumables. Cellulose is over there. And oil barrels. They, I think, will be over. Yes, they are over here. Well, that's easy enough to get through to that gateway. The farm loading point. Again, for all of that other stuff, we may as well jump back into the Voltov garage and bring out another truck and grab a trailer en route. Okay, well, at least we got the 6455B out for a wee drive. That's the main thing. I would have liked to have used them more. Maybe we could use again in... yeah, well, I'm sure we'll use them again in the future. Just he's going to finish up, way up at that way up repair area. And I don't think there's any points away up there that you're going to be picking up any goods. Over here, ready for the reverse turn. Okay. You do not want service. You want your vehicle spare parts, and only 4 of them, please. It's times like this you would question, do I just take 6 and take them through in the slight hope that you're going to need vehicle spare parts through in Bennington and have them sitting in a trailer, but I'm not going to do that. Off we go back. Is the easiest, shortest route. Unfortunately, it's probably the only time we're going to get a chance to properly use it. Back to Manchester. Right, off we go. Now the question is, this is going to be pretty heavy, but I'm hoping this off-road version of the, well, this higher up version trailer will go through the mud a bit easier than the fuel trailer. As we have already seen, there's plenty of trees. There's no alternative way around. Even if we came up this road, yeah, there's just next to no alternative shortcuts, short of going all the way around the asphalt roads, which we will do at some point. I'm fairly sure when we're coming through the other gateway. Yeah, we will do. Okay, let's do the first one the hard way. Especially with this incredibly slow steering or not tight turning circle. First obstacle done. It's good. He even gets into high ratio climbing that hill there. Thought I was going to be stuck in low ratio, but we will be back in low ratio for the rest of this journey as soon as we're through this mud, I'm sure. Can't see this Pega maintaining high ratio all the way. Oh, he's just starting to lose his power. There he goes. That wasn't bad though. The question is, do I try and pick a different route through the mud without ending up down the hill? I hope I didn't think after that. This is a bit, it's a bad camber. I need to go left. We'll go back out to the right again. Come on. Doing okay. It's starting to slow it down. Knowing how Remo works with his mud, he doesn't give you any little like bits where you might find more grip. It's mud all the way off the road. I'm now just looking for trees that I might need to winch to. Bit of a gap of trees here, but I think we'll get across okay. It's the last section that's just the worst. You know what, let's cut through the trees, see if it He's put deep mud all the way through. Get off the tree. It's pretty nasty. Doesn't seem to be the super mud that's off to the left. It's just nasty mud. Keep going around, don't hit the trailer, don't hit the trailer. Right, good. I buy vehicle spare parts. And we'll need to top up with fuel again, that's half a tank left. We have got the trailer, obviously 500 more litres, but we'll take it from the official one. There we go. Consumables, cellulose, oil barrels. I'm just going to part this guy out the way while we reassess. I do think I might end up taking this guy back down along the road there. Looks okay. The engine off. And we need to go to Bennington. Right, what's the options here? We need 6 consumables. And then cellulose and oil barrels you might be able to do with another 6-slot trailer, so that's 2 runs as opposed to 3. So, say for example, we pop back to the garage, put out another truck, grab a trailer. Cellulose is, oh, the consumables are here. Then you're going to do the shopping centre loading for the cellulose, all the way up to the barrel loading. Which is the way around that way, and then back through that gateway. Okay, I'm just trying to be logical in the logistics. But we're going back to this garage. Right, garage. What should we bring out? Well, I did get this guy back. He was parked up at the last place with the long logs. Back to the garage. There's a Voronggrad. I mean, we could just use the Voronggrad. He was fine. He just, I didn't think he had the gap between the crane. Did he? Is it this one? In fact, do you know what? This is going to be the Tega show. Where's my other Tega? Here somewhere, because I haven't used him for ages. There he is. Look how far down the list he was. Deploy. Wheel stick on the low saddle. And where's me stronger loading crane? There we go. We'll keep the mud tyres on since we know we are going to be venturing through the mud. Evening is definitely on its way. We'll pop round to the trailer store and then we'll bring it round to the morning time again. The lights on, that's a good brighter. See that slipping and sliding already. Now I am actually just wondering, before we go and commit ourselves to a trailer, we've got a 6-slot trailer up here somewhere, haven't we? Oh, it's way up. There's a trailer there. And that's the... You know what? I'm going to tidy up the map. I'm going to go and grab this trailer and I'll meet you back at the farm loading point. Ready for that? Yeah, that's the right thing to do. We'll go and grab these consumables and head back. So I'll see you shortly with that trailer somewhere, wherever the farm entrance, on this road. Back in a sec. Right, I'm just coming up for the farm and I've just realised how much of a difference between the chassis there are between the 6455B. I mean, look how close the trailer is to the crane on this one. significantly closer. It's hopefully going to be no problem. But only time will tell. I'm sure we've used this combo before. Not been in here before though. Right, cargo, please, some of your consumable. Lovely, that was easy. I'll just back it out. Gonna be quite snug turn here. Round you go. Three. There we go. Up to the main road, and then we're heading down to the main gateway. I'm coming. Let's try and keep this all in the same line down these hills. I suspect it's not going to happen. There goes the trailer. They're on my side of the road. I might even stop. Oh, if I make it that far. Come on. Grinding to a halt. He's struggling there a wee bit. Never quite know how heavy these vehicle spare parts and the other spare parts are. Because we're picking up 6 of them. I imagine it could be pretty heavy, but in comparison to metal beams, I wouldn't imagine these are as heavy. I'm just going to pop in here just for a top up as soon as we're passing. It could be the last chance we get until we get up to the drop off point. Drive by, refueling. Off we go. Oh, don't tip over, don't tip over. Get out the ditch. Oh, the train has caught with the trailer. Can't turn. Let's get this way. And straighten up. There it goes. I always thought the Tega with the crane and trailer combo was fine, but maybe it's this mod trailer has slightly longer trailer point in front of the connecting like part, you know, the wee fifth wheel connector. Go on, Tega, climb this hill. Excellent, and we're going to break the law. There's no traffic, it's been closed for us. See, road closed, it even says road closed for us. Right, back to Manchester again. Right. How do we do this then? First exit up to there. Not the next one. We have to come all the way up to this one and then in. That's probably the most sensible route for this guy, and we can just cut straight across again. The road's closed, we're going up there. Nobody will mind. A little cheeky left here. Probably one of those trailers where you might, if you're feeling brave and confident, double stack everything and do it in one run. The consumables, the cellulose and the oil barrels. The spars would definitely help keep everything on the trailer, but no. It's definitely something you could have a go at. And it's probably more viable in this region because the roads are less likely to catch you out because there's no obstructions on the road as such. Especially not the way we're going, as far as I'm aware. So you could double stack and have a good chance of making it through without tipping over or losing anything. Just lacking that little bit of speed for the hills. That's not always a bad thing sometimes. Yeah, leaving it in high ratio, he certainly seems to have the strength to power up and just maintain his momentum. Should be good now for the normal gears. Don't think we're going to reach 55 miles per hour though. Come on. Constant climbing up into the cooler regions of this map. Quick sprint to the bottom of the hill, get some momentum, but we'll be dropping it into high ratio pretty quick. I think the speed's going to drop off fast. Yeah, it has. But between the Snowrunner gearbox and the fine-tuned gearbox, I think I would probably still stick with one of those two. The highway gearbox. Maybe more suited for staying on the tarmac roads, but I don't know. I just like having the three lower gears. That's a lumber mill. Yeah, this is the tarmac straight to the repair point. Looks okay to me. This could be the one road that Rainbow's put ice on it. I don't know. Never been down this way. $400 it's looking good. Could be one of the higher points in the map. Oh no, way up there. But we don't go up there. No roads. Now we're motoring. Please don't crash. Don't crash. Got the brakes on full. Oh, he wasn't for stopping. Glad I didn't go down there though. That would have been an utter disaster. I don't think I'd have ever got out of there. Don't need to worry about damage though. That's the fine. As long as you stay on the roads, damage, you just drive through this repair centre. And I'm fixed again. Yay! In here. Bye bye. Vehicle spare part. Oh, consumables I should say. Done the vehicle spare parts already. There we go. Trailer significantly lighter after that. Now, right, this engine off a lot. I'm sinking to the mud there a wee bit. There he goes. Yuck. Not getting out of the cab there to go to the chalets or the hotel. We need to go back to Bennington, and I'm wondering, I'm just going to go back through that gateway there. Bennington. If we come through here, I can get down into the shopping centre along this way fairly easily. So I don't want to leave another truck up there and bring out one more. So I'm going to do a jump cut back through, and I'll see you back at the shopping centre. Yeah. That's where I'm going to bring you back for the cellulose, and then from there we're going to go and pick up the oil barrels. From there we're back through the Manchester. Okay, back in a sec. And welcome back. Right, as you can see, I'm not in the original Tega. I ended up not halfway down. I was outside of the pickup point at the repair point, and I had a thought. I switched the Tegas round. One, because, well, this is one we haven't been using much, and it's got a better gap. And two, well, I think this will be a better job because we're going in the asphalt now. So anyway, enough about that. So basically the other one's still... Oh, it's on the other map. Yeah, okay. So we are down here at the shopping centre loading point. Going to grab ourselves some cellulose, and then we're going to head south along the main road, cross the bridge, up, across the highway, and up to the barrel loading and get ourselves some oil barrels. And then we'll go straight north to the gateway again. That's the plan for this last little bit. It's the morning time, so it's nice and bright. No rain yet, but it probably will be. So let's get loaded. Cellulose. Lovely. I don't remember the last time we had cellulose in the back. Basically, is that not just paper? And hard to tell what that is in the boxes. And yeah, you come right the way around the back here. But we're going to go straight out down the side of the building. We're going to cut a corner. Very unprofessional. Time is money. Unfortunately, there's a nice little gap there. And we'll grab some fuel on the way south, and that should hopefully be us until we're getting towards the drop-off point again. It's quite an interesting thing considering the Tegas are so similar, Yet the chassis, except the chassis are so different in the gap between the trailer and the crane. It's a huge difference. Right, some of your finest fuel, please. The trailer still got its 500 there. All good. I do kind of forget that these trailers all have got fuel in them. I'm just getting forgetful. We can continue our merry way south. There's a few hills, but nothing that's going to concern us. We've got the better tyres for this kind of road as opposed to the other Tega, the big fat balloon mud tyres. And I can see probably for the return of these vehicles back to the garage, I'm going to probably just use the winch and pull a whole lot back in one go. I suspect there's no point in me leaving a truck up at that point. I don't think I'll be up there anytime soon. Down this, it's quite steep. You get quite how far it is, but then again you do make good progress on these maps with the lack of obstacles and shut roads. Lovely. I still enjoy looking around the map at the scenery, because you just never know, you might be something else you've missed because you've been looking in the wrong direction. I need to kind of keep focused. We're getting towards the end of this one. Keep climbing, come on, Tega. I really like this 6-slot tiller, but it doesn't have to slip around the road a lot. Going back to what I was saying in the previous episode, I don't know when Season 10 is likely to drop. So, do you guys, because I'm open to suggestions, do you want me to continue even with the slight bugs with the logs, the short medium logs and whatnot, continue with some of the contracts in here? They may not be as exciting, they'll just be backwards and forwards. Or do you want me to go back to Northbrook, or would you like me to maybe consider another map and just start something a little bit new and fresh before Season 10 comes in? Ultimately, the choice is yours, and whichever one has the most thumbs up suggestions, I will go with that. It's definitely not because I want to get off this map, because I love driving around this map, this region. It's just to spice it up a little bit if that's what you guys ultimately want. Right, your last oil. Don't want fuel, please. I'll have your oil barrel. Excellent. Here, one last quick check of the map. And that wasn't a gateway as well, but we're going to turn left and first right all the way down to the highway. Okay. An awful lot of oil. Don't want to be having an accident with that on the roads. Hopefully we'll get through here without any more rain. I'm surprised it hasn't rained already, to be honest. That's okay. I'm not going to complain. Just an observation. Oh, not too fast now. Could end in tears. And that was pretty painless from the point of picking up cellulose, oil barrels. Ooh, go wide there. These sort of jobs are really just time consuming as opposed to challenging, because you're just driving along the roads. No proper challenge, except for maybe getting them to drop them off. Anyway, let's go to Manchester. Right, and from here, have we got an option of a different route up? I know we went in the road before. I'm kind of feeling that that's probably the wise route again. Yeah, I think we'll have to. And back up, so there, up to there. And you know what? I'll save you some of the pain, and I will bring you back up to that last bit where the asphalt road ends, and we'll just do the wee muddy bit in together for the last bit of the asphalt junction in. You can make it. Need to find some more contracts that are taking us off-road. But in the meantime, I will see you just in a sec further up the road. Back in. Well, made it to the last junction without any more problems. This is our last little section. We're on the home straight, although it's not very straight. Notice there's quite a few, well, there's a few cellulose pickup points or cellulose stuff, like large quantities of it. I'm thinking, I don't recall seeing too many jobs that required the cellulose. I'm curious to know, is it just there in case you lose all your trailer loads down a steep bank somewhere and you have to go and get some more because you can't recover the other stuff? Oh, there's the other Tega. Hello. Look how close that trailer is to the crane compared to this one. We'll park them side by side at the when I've finished dropping this off, and we'll just see the difference in the length of the chassis. A little bit of fixing getting done. There we go. We get that trailer as a reward, so it's another thing we have to take back. Anyway, let's get rid of all of this lot. There we have it. Offroad Getaway is complete, and it says, awesome job. It's a great little spot up there. Sure glad you helped those folks out. Yes, 16,500 cash and 2,200 XP. That's not too bad. And we have the trailer, which we're going to take some fuel out of now. Still over 1,200, so that's more than enough. We can just leave that there. The difference in the speed without that trailer being fully loaded. Yep, bye-bye. Look at the difference. Let's back it up a fraction. Almost a full... an extra axle's worth of distance. I'd never compared that before. The cabs are about the same size. Crane location, same size, just that extra bit there. Well, there you have it. Okay, I am going to switch the engine off for now. We're just going to call it. I'll drag that other Tega and we'll get them both back to the garage and trailer stores respectively. I hope you've enjoyed this last little, slightly more diverse pick up and drop off, and we gained the fuel trailer, which is kind of nice. But guys, thank you so much for watching. It's greatly appreciated. You'll see me again soon. Bye for now.